I listened to my first Uriah Heep album back in 1973 when I was just 14. It was Demons and Wizards, and I loved it. So imagine my surprise to find a new Heep album has been released this week in January 2023. Find out more coming up next. 24 studio albums, 20 live albums, 41 compilation albums, 20 video albums, and with the band's only original member from 1969 still standing, Mick Box, he remains in the band whilst others have come, gone and sadly passed. So it was a surprise that I saw this release of the new album called Chaos and Colour. Now, writing began as the pandemic started, but this is the finished product that's just been released now. Special mention must go to the album cover, which is one of the most striking and colourful I've seen for quite some time, if somewhat reminiscent of one of the latest AI-generated images that are out there. But it's certainly colourful and supports the brightness this album certainly produces. Let's dive deeper into its 11 songs, an hour in length, and it offers a chance to turn the clock back to see what's happened in those 50 years since I first listened to them. It blasts off with Save Me Tonight, and this was one of the singles released, and it's a step back in time. Bernie Shaw blasts out the high-power vocals with the ever-present Mick Box on guitars, Phil Lanzon on keyboards, Dave Rimmer on bass, all contributing to the backing vocals. Russell Gilbrook's drums are a tour de force, and it's an electrifying opening, a smashing track. Silver Sunlight follows with a kind of cross between In Excess and the Eagles, especially in the chorus section, where it's a song about meeting and dealing with crossroads in life. It's another cracking rocker, no doubt about that. Hail the Sunrise is track 3, and harps back to yesteryear and a homage to the great building warriors who belied technology to create modern-day monuments. The lyrics speak of, "We drag these stones out from the earth, pull them for many days," before the chorus blasts in with, "Hail the sunrise, shine the dawn, praise the solstice, all is reborn." Age of Changes opens up like Zappa's Peaches on Regalia, and a quick double take is needed, but it soon settles down into a long-lost love story of two meeting up again after a big passage of time. There's some excellent keyboards from Lanzon on this one, and again, it's a great track. A particular favourite next is one called Hurricane, which focuses on this destructive phenomenon. It sounds so like a familiar radio track you've heard back from the 80s, but it's not. It's a mighty fine rocker. There's expansive 70s keyboard solo in there as well, and a guitar solo from Box that fits perfectly with the power of the subject matter. It's the best album on the track, no doubt. Then there's a ballad next, One Nation, One Sun. It's a bit soppy. I don't mind a ballad, but just as a piano and vocal piece, it's quite weak, and it's only just about saved as it wakes up for a more interesting bridge section in the middle. It's about the state of the world and what we should be doing to save it. Lyrics include, "High on a mountain I look below as all the world is sleeping, and as I wonder what lies behind the spirit of redemption." It goes on, "Sleep now, peaceful world, rest your weary head. Yeah, yeah. When we are one, love will go on forever. One nation, one sun, we will move on together, before my eyes." Yeah, enough of that from me. Golden Light opens organ heavy, sending us back to the times of easy living. It's a song full of hope, and there is another force looking down on us, taking care of us. There's a smashing guitar solo mid-song before the track wraps up. It's a strong piece of music. One of the longest tracks, You'll Never Be Alone, starts off with a heavy mystic opening before switching to a piano ballad about a little girl by a stream, before switching back to a massive chorus of a mysterious world where all things are possible and one where you'll never be alone. Didn't quite see that one coming, and it's got a real Whitesnake feel to it. Fly Like an Eagle is a real prog sound to it right from the get-go. It's full of synth-laden sections that for once overplay the guitars into a short but sharp track of someone looking down at what's happening in their life. Freedom to Be Free is another long track, and probably one of the proggiest on the album. There's frequent tempo change, style change and focus, and it makes it an intriguing listen, especially the mid-section bass guitar solo, which was excellent. It then all stops to a short piano synth section out of nowhere before kicking back into action. As I say, a real prog sound from the best of Uriah Heep traditions. Closer to Your Dreams brings the album to a close with another familiar easy living style feel to it for a second time. It's a song about optimism for the future, There's a great guitar solo in there, and it's got a feel of celebration as the album is completed. If there is a complaint, it is that the album is really a celebration of the past rather than a call to action for the future. But if we're being honest, Mick Box is now 76 and entitled to do more of what he knows and is known for. Let's give him that at least. Other than that, it's a really good listen, and while other bands can release material going through the motions, this one certainly doesn't, and this gets a "God, this rocks" rating from me. There's a link in the description to purchase the album, as well as ways to support the channel, should you wish. Hit the like and subscribe button if you've enjoyed this review, and I will see you next time on the Album Review channel. Bye for now.